everybody. Today I have decided to make pizza for the grandkids before they go back home. So I'm going to make the dough right now, and I'm going to use 1 1/4 cups warm water and 1 package of yeast. And I actually have the pizza crust yeast. You can use regular yeast or whatever, but it calls for 1 package of yeast, and you just put it in there, and I just take a fork here, kind of mix it up till it gets fully dissolved or incorporated or whatever you want to call it. I say it till it dissolves in the recipe. So we'll just let that sit for a minute. And in the meantime, I need to go get some salt. And as soon as that gets taken care of and dissolves, I will need to get my flour ready. And of course my measuring cup is dirty, so I have to wash it while that's dissolving. You can't ever have anything go right when trying to make a video. That would make my life too easy. And it's still working on trying to dissolve. Let me mix that up just a hair more. See if we can't get that to hurry up and dissolve a little. Okay, there we go. Now I have to sift 2 cups of flour into the yeast water mixture. So there's 1 cup. Get it sifted in. There is 2 cups. And about a teaspoon of salt. And then we just mix that up. And it will start getting incorporated, but it won't complete the dough. It'll just sort of be a thick mixture, but not thick enough for the dough. And before I got started, I went ahead and I grated an entire block of mozzarella, and I've got some leftover Parmesan that's grated up from something else I had made a couple weeks ago. And I chopped up some green onion, a couple of little bell peppers, and some black olives to go on it, and I've got pepperoni. Now, I get to start adding another 1.5 to 2 cups of flour until I can no longer stir it with a spoon. And I just happen to have a fork this time around, so that's what I will be using. And this is about 2 cups of flour here that I put in. And as you can see, it starts to get crumbly. And I'm not worried about any flour that lands on the counter because I will actually have to add flour to knead this out. I'm trying to scrape down the sides of the bowl to make sure that I get everything incorporated. And then when that is done, then I get to flour the bar. Dump that out. And I have to knead this for about 10 to 15 minutes until the dough is smooth and elastic. And trust me, it takes about that 10 minutes to get it that way. But you just keep working it and turning it and pushing and kneading. And I won't make you suffer through 10 minutes of kneading, so I will bring you back when it is ready to divide and roll out. Okay, I'm back. Got it all kneaded and it's good and elastic and rolled into a ball. And then you put it into a bowl covered with some oil. And you just make sure that both sides get a little bit of oil on it. And then you take some plastic wrap, which I'm using just the press and seal wrap, and just cover it up. Leave it in a nice warm place, which my house is fairly warm today. And I've got a light on over top of it, which will help to keep it warm. And I'll come back in about 45 minutes, and the dough will rise to about double its original size, and we'll go from there and make some pizza. Okay, we are back, and as you can see, my dough has risen to about twice its size. And when I punch it down, it does go down. So I have to put it back on the floured surface. And I just sort of punch it down a little bit. Then I'm going to cut it approximately in half. Roll it up a little bit. And set it off to the side. And then while it's resting just a bit, I am going to get my pizza stone and a metal pizza pan, and I'm just going to lightly spray them with some spray. And I'm actually using a Farberware oil sprayer, so I can put my own olive oil in it, and you can actually pump it to get your oil into spray. So this way I don't have to buy Pam or any of the other cooking sprays, and I'm actually using something good and healthy for me. So once this is all done and rested for a minute or two, then I can actually put it on the pizza pan, and I just sort of, with my hands, spread it out some, because it doesn't have to be exact, and I'm definitely not a pizza person that can actually sit there and flip the pizza dough. As you can see, I make big holes in it and have to go back and kind of fill it in. I suppose I could use a rolling pin and roll it out, but where's the fun in that? This is homemade. It's supposed to be messy and fun and all that good stuff. Now I've got some jarred pasta sauce here, and I'm actually just going to spoon some of that out and smear it around a little. add my toppings. I have some shredded mozzarella, which is always good. Don't want to waste any of that. We want that on the pizza. And I'm going to use about half that bar on it. And I'm going to throw some Parmesan on it. Try and use some of that up. Make it nice and cheesy. And then I've got some pepperoni that I'm going to put on it. What is a pizza without some pepperoni? Oh, I have company in the kitchen now. Somebody's in here eyeballing what I'm doing. Checking to see if I'm doing a good job on this pizza or not. And then this is my vegetable mixture, which I like a lot of things that the kids don't, so they'll sit there and pick the green peppers and the green onion off, but that's okay. That leaves more for me, because that's exactly what I'll do when I go to give it to them, is I'll pick all that off. And I'm going to get the other one ready to go. Get them in the oven, and I'll bring you back when they're done, because I'm going to put it in the oven for at 500 degrees for about 15 minutes, give or take. So I'll bring you back when it comes out of the oven. And here is our final pizza. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? It's actually very, very tasty.
And hot.
And I would love to try some with the pineapple and the ham that I've got frozen. Oh, yum. So I am so excited. I don't have to buy pizza anymore. I don't have to call the pizza joint to deliver. I can make my own, and I am so happy that I found a recipe to make my own. I hope everybody tries this. It is really, really good, and making the dough might be a little time consuming, but you know what? Homemade pizza is so much better, and you can put what you want on it, and you know your ingredients are fresh, and you did it yourself. Thanks for watching. Bye.